All right, everybody, welcome back. How are we doing? What up, Moondog? Hello, everybody. I'm baked. I had a safety meeting. It's the only way I'm gonna get through this. Hello, you guys. We're back live again. We're live on Twitch. We're live on. Let me pick my studio up. Live on Facebook. Live on YouTube. Hello, you guys. Hello. You're not prepared for the shit show? Give me the same thing every time. Radical left Democrats, my border, my tariffs. I don't know. Probably probably talk about the men's hockey team. I don't know. Same shit. What up, you guys? Anton. Probably the same stuff every time. 5 million per stray. What? Hello, you guys. What up, Carrie? It's been a few days too. Just needed a break. Need a break. It was a lot for 2 months, 3 months. So recovering there. I've been on my gaming channel nonstop. If you guys are ever wondering where I'm at, or like what the hell, if like I haven't seen him in days. I'm not like nowhere. I'm on my gaming channel. So, and also we're gonna be here after this. We'll be over here after the State of the Union concludes to fix our sanity. But we just also passed 11,000 subs over there. I appreciate everybody that subbed over there. You guys are awesome. But we're continuing our Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough after this. Okay, guys? So we'll be over there. And that's where I've been. Been over there. Look at that. Every day. Day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4, 5, 6. Been just over on the gaming. Because I needed a break. But tomorrow morning, we got live coverage of protests. There's a whole week of actions planned in Minnesota as ICE continues their operation, but they are leaving. It's just slow. ICE is still seen, so the protests continue until they're completely gone. And so there's going to be a protest tomorrow at Whipple Building. But the other good news is, for you guys that watch Mercado Media and other platforms, is I'm going to be live on... I'm going to be also live, because I'm going to be live on this channel, of course, and I'm going to be live on all my Mercado Media platforms. But I'm also going to be live on Status Quo. Hey, thank you for becoming a subscriber. I appreciate that, for subbing to my gaming channel. We're going to be live on Status Quo likely tomorrow morning, right away. I think Jordan was interested in that one. So, I mean, I'm live regardless. I'm live no matter what. But, like, I might also be broadcasting on the Status Quo. So you guys can tune in, and if you see a live stream there, it's probably going to be me on live here in Minnesota. Dude, watching you on Status Quo would be such a trip. Yeah. So we'll be live. It'll be like how the day or the couple days when Midas Touch was using like Status Quo stream. It's like kind of like, you know, now it's like Status Quo's going to be using my stream, but like, you know, it's how it's all going to work out. Okay, it's all cool. So we'll be featured on Status Quo. And they'll run their stream as normal. They'll have up all of their. It'll still look like Status Quo. It'll be through my stream. It'll be super cool. Hell yeah! Now there's Mike Johnson. Speaker
highlights that he has been talking about, but how much of a sell job?
Okay, so hear me out. And if I make people mad, I'm used to it. Okay, if I make people mad, I'm okay with that. I've done that before. But so this is where I'm at with and I understand you had the People's State of the Union, they called it. I mean, I understand they're trying to boycott Trump and not give him attention. This is the State of the Union, so a president gives this no matter what, okay, no matter who the president is. And to me, this is just for me, okay, and I promise you, I am so against Trump, and I'm against MAGA. I literally had the entire right-wing apparatus come after me for it. They were demanding I go to prison. But, like, hear me out. the that it's giving like the other halftime show. Okay, like, and I understand why people are trying to do that, and it's like, and it's also a good opportunity for people that are really excited about, like, the Democratic Party and whatnot. You can see what politicians are there. I saw they had Mayor Fry there though, and for me, I'm like, they had him featured. I was like, why? Like, for what? Please do not make Mayor Jacob Fry a star in the Democratic Party. Please do not do that. Oh God, please do not. He did absolutely fucking nothing. He did absolutely nothing during Operation Metro Surge. They did the moratorium for you can't use the parking lots until ICE was like, actually, we're gonna do what we want anyways. Who's this guy? He's like the mayor. He's like the mayor or something. We're what a we don't care about what he says, and then they just did what they wanted. And then people were like, whoa, I thought we had a government in Minnesota, and we need help, and the only people that were helping in Minnesota were like other Minnesotans. And that was it. There were like some instances where like a couple police forces were doing stuff and stepped in, and I gave credit when credit was due. When the federal government was terrorizing some citizens, and a couple police forces around the state, made a stop to that, and it was like, nope, you're not doing that, and that was cool, and we posted about that. But it wasn't the majority. It wasn't the status quo of like state government really not letting the big government step on us, and that didn't happen. It did. They stepped on us, but the people did not go for that, right? People of Minnesota did not go for that. And that's why I don't want to see any Minnesota politician really get uplifted from that situation. And if they do, I guess it is what it is. But I mean, unless they were like someone that's coming from like, I don't know, like Dr. Armstrong, like Nikema Levy Armstrong, if she runs for office or something, that would be cool. Like, that'd be someone to vote for, but like not Mayor Fry. He did nothing. So I don't know. But I get it. I understand people want to boycott Trump. People are tired of him. People have dealt with this now. But I also feel that a big part of the problem in 2024 is people pretended like Trump wasn't a problem, pretended like, Trump was like, oh, we could pretend like it wasn't happening. Like we weren't, like Trump wasn't, MAGA doesn't exist now. Ultimate epic win. We're doing so good. It's like, man, that was, I don't know, man. I don't know. They still have full control of the government. We still gotta get through midterms, right? Midterm elections are coming up. I don't think it's time to like sit back and think it's all good, especially now with Trump wanting to start a war. It seems like that, which I told you guys was likely the only option that he has. It's likely the only option this administration has is to create an existential threat. Okay, the internal threat and trying to turn us against each other didn't go well. That was what these mass deportations are, and these ICE agents. All of that, yes, is meant to destroy the immigrant communities and tear them apart. But it also, because obviously that's going to piss people off and piss people, it's going to turn people against each other. It's going to turn races against each other. It's going to turn other they tried. We kind of low key saw a little bit of it, but not really. Like there were some people that were like, oh, it's not our problem or whatever. And that got the longer that the operation lasted, they killed Renee Good. They killed Alex Pretty. It was hard you couldn't say it was an issue for someone else. It became impossible. Okay. And so right now their internal battle of trying to turn us against each other can't really work out right now. So they have to take their foot off the gas on the internal battle and the internal conflict that they're trying to sow within us. So now it's got to go existential, which is likely, like I told you guys, either war with Iran or something in Mexico. Just had the cartel. I mean, he just took out a cartel leader, which I don't give the cartel kills so many people. Destabilization will create destabilization. It's just, that's how it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's going to have a ripple effect. You got more politicians entering Entering the, is that you? Boo.
So, White House message, what the president says. You never know.
We will see how it goes.
You got Couch Boy entering.
As we have heard. We will leave you now as we see Vice President J.D. Vance walking through Statuary Hall on his way into the House chamber. You'll remember from State of the Union addresses in the past, there are two people behind the president when he takes the podium. One of them is the vice president and the other the Speaker of the House, who will be Mike Johnson. And now you see on your screen...
Oh, he's going to be on time?
As he enters his limousine to head from
he's actually going to be on time.
To the U.S. Capitol. So
things are going so bad.
That we always see on State of the Union night, but this really
that's when you know shit's bad, is when Trump's going to be on time.
Donald Trump is scheduled to begin speaking at around 9, but he is beginning to make that journey.
Like all last year, they didn't give a fuck.
So we will leave you now with these live
pictures. They didn't care what time. What time? They said it was going to be. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
To come to the Capitol for his State of the Union address.
Like an hour and a half later. I feel like me when I take a nap sometimes in my gaming stream. It doesn't start on time. Wow. There's like no energy in that car. Melania, her movie sucks. Nobody saw her movie. You guys know that a movie was made about her? So intense. But also, chat, really quick, I wanted to wrap up my point. MAGA is if like we really put energy into like the, an alternate State of the Union, MAGA, when they lose, they're gonna fucking they're gonna do it too. Obviously, they just did it for they can do it for a halftime show. Trump will be president from Mar-a-Lago, like he was when Biden was president, but it'll be like worse. And they'll be like, nope, actually, you know what? Trump is president still. But I know we had a little election and shit. He's still our president. And MAGA will do that. They will do that if we entertain alternate events. Yeah. This is just a warning. Just heed that. You can do both though. Both is cool. Especially, I mean, I think it's not a bad idea for the Democratic Party to feature some politicians that, you know, because fuck, dude, they certainly don't select out of the actual pool of like grassroots shit. That's what I've noticed. It's really like they serve you up who it is, and some of them are good, definitely. But it really isn't like coming from grassroots efforts. It's not, except for like one or a couple Democratic politicians will. Plus, it's also good to hog watch. At this point, I mean, you got to realize that it's not like they can win, right? They have full control of the government, and things are going bad. If anything, now it's like I told you, what are they gonna do now? It's already like it's already in the. Yeah, the Epstein clients here. So yes, Palantir sponsors. You couldn't wait for a safety meeting, just seeing advancements you need. Yeah, that's fine. We can start. Oh, you. Then you got, wow, Chuck Schumer. What are you even smiling for, Chuck? The hell are you even, the hell are you even happy about? Look at you. Oh my God. No, that's who MAGA's next is. That's their next person. It'll be Trump still. It'll still be Trump and the billionaire cabal that Trump has formed himself. Trump said, I'm gonna drain the swamp, and literally created his own little fucking internal, like, crypto AI backed fucking. He made his own. He made his own swamp. So he's gonna run the Republican Party from that forever until he, till old age sets in or whatever, because it's a nest egg for all of Trump's friends and the billionaires. And JD Vance will just be their show, because Trump already is. Trump's already that. He has his own business deals and he does that, but he's really just the face. So to be able to have Trump in the shadows too, running shit, so he can be embedded even more into Stephen Miller, Palantir plan, Epstein client list future. Then you got Virginia Fox over there. Literally like 99-year-old politician. What up, Sinclair? How you doing? Fucking some of these politicians have literally been around since like the Civil War, dude. I think all like I feel we need to watch it as like as the people, but like the politicians, the Democratic politicians. I mean, you're probably gonna have the leadership there. Like that's why Chuck Schumer is there. He's the minority leader now. But yeah, they probably should have just sat out. A lot of them are. Ready. Let's see. It's Fox, but fine. Democrats. Can you give a number? So we're gonna have Spanberger and Padilla responding. She's the new governor of Virginia. I think she's doing well, right? Things are going okay in Virginia. Virginians haven't become Antifa, leftist, terrorist, demonic, George Soros, Nancy Pelosi's, right? Things have been going okay. She's risen quickly. Yeah, that's the new governor. She won last year, decidingly, because of how bad MAGA is. So she's okay. Well, what up, Ivy Cowboy? Chuck Grassley is also like 113, literally. They need to stop. They need to relax. Is that Drewski? Look like Drewski back there. For a second. Democrats' flag is China. It's absolutely not. I promise you it's not. It's crazy you can say that while Trump is running the country like whatever, he's running it like a fascist, but he's literally like or extreme communist in a way, but through billionaire. It's fascist, but like same style, authoritarian. Crypto corpo fascism. Chat GPT fascism. Well, State of the Union started. He should be there. He got in the car, so I don't think we'll be here late then. If it was up to him, we'd be here. Surprise! I am streaming this. Well, it is a world event. We do have State of the Unions. I think I've covered every State of the Union now. since 2020. So, I mean, yep. Doing for a cheeseburger. Who's... Oh. Boy. He announced it's going to be a longer speech than necessary. Godly. He already does long speeches. Mango Mussolini needs to calm down. Or so dams are boycotting and speaking at the People's State of the Union. Frogs have the state of the swamp. Victims are escorted to face Trump in person. Okay. What do we think is designated survivor? My dad says Kushner. And I say maybe Sean Duffy. Oh boy. Not Duffy. Not Duffy. Not you. I can't stand that guy. I've forgotten some of their names now because I haven't been watching politics now. My favorite State of the Union was when Biden came out and Marjorie Taylor Greene was wearing like her clown outfit. And then he sees her, he goes, oh, hold on. This is one of the best moments. Yeah, where he like walks out. With her button. No, you gotta. Where's the part where he first sees her and he acts shocked? They didn't show that. And there she is booing. Now she's like, and now she's anti-Trump or whatever. It's crazy. She has Marjorie. There you go. That's the one. She has the face.
Look over here.
Defeated.
Look over here.
That was awesome. That was the best. That was the last State of the Union I actually like. Oh, and then when Biden was like treating him that whole State of the Union. Because that's the State of the Union where he said that Republicans were going to strip healthcare, and then they booed him and were like, no, we're not. And he's like, oh, really? Oh, really now? It's in there. Read it. And he was right. Yep. Ew. Oh, wow. Fetterman's wearing a suit. Incredible. Wow. Wow. So he can... Wow. So he'll wear a suit for Donald Trump. Incredible. Jesus. That guy's the worst. Can't wear a suit in the suit place. He's gotta wear his hoodie, his Carhartts. Which again, I'm not against. If you can wear Carhartt hoodies at work, please do so. Be comfortable. But like crazy how, you know, why no Carhartt hoodie now? All the Republicans love him. AIPAC Fetterman. That's wild work. And then he like said hi to the Republican aisle. Everyone that you see in screen that like is facing us is the Republicans, if you don't know. If you're new to politics, because this sucks. All the people that he was looking at and shaking hands with were Republicans, and he's a Democrat. He's the worst. He's the new who's the other guy? Oh, he's the new Manchin. He said Fetterman is Ted after they swim back together. Fetterman is both a BB cook and MAGA cook. It's embarrassing. Yes, it's crazy. It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, I would agree. He's probably worse than Manchin. I wouldn't argue that. Better Manchin. Tell you the State of the Union might have low ratings. People didn't even. I know a bunch of people that probably had no idea this shit was even happening to me. I'm getting another bowl ready. 420 friendly newscast. You guys hit the like button if you could. We got the State of the Union coming up. The state of America. Bum, 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 bum. America. You guys watching the new Fallout season yet? I've been watching the first season first just to remind myself of the story. I'm excited to start the new Vegas. Yeah, let's sit down, lame duck. I'd rather watch it here. Yes. I'm getting ready to smoke a bowl. I had a question. A question was submitted. Question anonymous. How do you devote so much time to politics without getting sick of it? Well, because you only need to spend maybe a little bit of time on it, and then it doesn't change usually. Like I haven't talked about politics really since, I don't know, since I mean I did here and there during Metro Surge because it was the Project 2025, like it's the mass deportations, so I didn't have to talk about politics as we were finding out. We were living in it, but I didn't need to for the past 2 months, but it hasn't changed. Like I have to give new analysis when we find out what's happening around, like right now, because approval rating for Trump is absolutely terrible.
The joint session will come to order.
Something's likely going to happen in terms of, like I said, a war or
as members of the committee on the part of the House to escort the President of the United States into the chamber. The gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Scalise. The gentleman from Minnesota, Mr. Emmer.
Oh,
the gentlewoman from Michigan, Mrs. McClain. The gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Hudson. The gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Reschenthaler. The gentleman from Utah, Mr. Moore. The gentlewoman from Indiana, Mrs. Houchin. The gentleman from Oklahoma, Mr. Hearn. The gentleman from New York, Mr. Jeffries. The gentleman from California, Mr. Aguilar. The gentleman from California, Mr. Liu. The gentlewoman from Washington, Mrs. Delbene. The gentlewoman from Michigan, Mrs. Dingle.
Mrs. Dingle.
The President of the Senate, at the direction of that body, appoints the following senators as members of the committee on the part of the Senate to escort the President of the United States into the House chamber. The Senator from South Dakota, Mr. Thune. The Senator from Wyoming, Mr. Barrasso. The Senator from Arkansas, Mr. Cotton.
Yeah,
the
Tom
Senator
Cotton,
from
that guy.
West Virginia,
That's him.
Mrs. Capito. The Senator from Oklahoma, Mr. Langford. The Senator from South Carolina, Mr. Scott. The Senator from New York, Mr. Schumer. The Senator from Illinois, Mr. Durbin. And the Senator from Minnesota, Ms. Klobuchar.
The members of the Escort Committee will exit the chamber through the lobby doors.
Anyways, so I devote so much time to politics without getting sick of it. Anyways, yeah, I do get sick of it, but it's important to keep up with it because these people decide what happens next on a major level. So, and like if you don't know what's going on, it's probably because you haven't listened or like at least some people that know what they're talking about. You don't have to dedicate yourself to
Mr. Speaker, the acting dean of the diplomatic corps.
No one cares. I've never been a Trump dick rider, but honestly, this is so much bigger than left versus right. And I think anyone who is still looking at it as Democrat versus Republican is further pushing the problem. Okay. If you voted for Trump in 2024, you're a Trump dick rider. Like, there's no way. I don't care. Either we're ignorant, either like unplugged your brain and you didn't have your brain working and that was what was going on, or like you had an alien suck your brain out and there was just nothing happening there, or you were a Trump dick rider. It's impossible. There's no room for nuance there. There's no room for, because he's been around for 10 years. He's been the same dog shit leader, and he is a dog shit leader. Okay? Dog shit. Dog shit. Okay, and if you decided to like Trump, I don't want to hear about how I don't want to hear your silliness. Okay? Especially since he campaigned, you did campaign. The one thing Trump did do is campaign. And boy, he campaigned all of 2024. He said exactly what is going to happen. He would go on interviews, though, because a lot of people wanted quick information. They wanted to know what the fuck was what MAGA and Trump were going to do. And Trump in interviews would say, "I don't have policies. I don't know what's." But if you watched Trump in his rallies, he ranted about the border. He ranted about trans people. He ranted about mass deportations. He ranted about how countries are unfair to us and all blah blah blah, and like we're getting ripped off and blah. And like, so last year he stripped all of the NGO funding, which is also part of Project 2025, which is actually his policy. Not his, it's Stephen Miller's, but it's the Republican Party policy plan, right? So stripping all of the NGOs is part of that, gutting all of our soft power, because soft power is woke apparently. We'd rather just use our fucking military and whatever, I guess, instead of having soft power, which is more important, to be honest, because it's longer lasting and it builds stronger.
Of the Supreme Court.
It builds stronger relationships with other countries, with having soft power and having aid systems in whatever country. And gutting that was dumb. Hundreds of thousands of federal jobs just gutted, gone, and they were turned into political roles. A lot of them were turned into political appointed roles, which is also part of Project 2025. So say you were working for the government, you're just a fucking, I don't know, you're just a desk person for some staffer. Like, you're not even, your politics does not matter, but you work for the federal government. Under Trump 2.0 here, nope. You have to have a political affiliation, which is support Trump. And if you don't, you're out of there. It's also part of Project 2025. The federal raids that have been going on last year, this year, part of Project 2025. Okay, so that's why it's important to pay attention to politics, because all of that was there. Trump lied and said he didn't know anything about it. I have no idea, but if you were paying attention to the Republican Party and the Heritage Foundation, which is the policymakers of the Republican Party, it was all there. It was all there. So easy. So simple. And again, with Trump and MAGA being in power since 2015, 16, it's the same dumb shit every time. That's why it feels like nothing, like we've been stuck. We've been stuck in a loop. It's because of we have nothing. It's like MAGA and Trump and our country have stayed in this state of misery of this MAGA dumb shit, and we can't advance. We can't move on past it because Trump and them are still around. And they want to keep us in this hell pit of the Super Bowl. We got to cancel the fucking Super Bowl. We have to have our own. Go bomb Iran for Israel again 5 more times. They're finished this time, we swear. We have destroyed Iran's nuclear stockpiles. Oh, surprise. We gotta go bomb them again. They're back. Trump is about to make the Bush administration look like child's play when it comes to another war here. But again, it just goes back to, like, I mean, Democrats vote for it, but it's mostly like the Republican Party and weak-ass Democrats that don't fight. Almost kind of by design, it seems sometimes for me. That's why I empathize with people that are like, oh, it's like this for a reason. And I'm like, you know what? You might not be wrong. Because there's no fucking way. Who's this? Oh. It's the most applause she's had. She didn't get that much applause in her movie. Better hit my bowl. I'm hitting my bowl quick. Fuck.
Mr. Speaker, the President's Cabinet.
Boo! Everybody boo. This low energy ass shit. Cutting into our Red Dead Redemption time. Hurry this up. Look at this awkward ass low energy bullshit. Look how lit it was when Biden. Remember when Biden was in there? The shit was hype. Biden walked in there. Look at Joe. Yeah. Now they got this low ass. Look at this low energy ass shit. Or Tony Friendly Newscast. You. With his fake weights. Yeah, I think we responded, Aljo. Everybody check in, hit the like button on the stream. Yeah, okay, but have you guys seen the fucking Dow? Stop voting for grandpas. Thank you, Cider Crown, for the tier 1 subscription on Twitch. Thank you for the hype. We had a hype train. We have a hype train going apparently on Twitch. Thank you for the hype train. Guy's trying to jump up. Okay. Let me out of here. That doesn't fit. His suit doesn't fit. It's not supposed. Like, that button is screaming for help. He's got a schmedium on. Well, not JD Vance. He's weird, but Hegseth. boy. There's Christy. She's like it's like a funeral or what the hell, dude? There's Sean Duffy. This is weird. Mercado Media, big nose and glasses. This guy's for sale. Name 3 things that Trump has done that's good. And no, the Gulf of America does not count at all. He put the Gulf of America in to change it's the Secretary of War now. Cracker Barrel logo. All you fuck. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted from Pat C. Lucas. I appreciate you. My tariffs, my border. Activist judges. My tariffs. He's gonna cry about the tariffs a bunch. This has been the most successful year in American history. We have more deals than ever. These radical left Democrats support terrorism. Antifa. I don't know if he'll say Antifa. He just calls him radical left. He's still old. Yeah, Al Green's awesome. Well, damn, I thought... wait, didn't he... So, he left... Oh, he will... No, he'll mention Biden. We're better than Biden. Biden bad. We're Trump good. So we'll have that. Biden bad, Trump good. Oh, yeah. That guy.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
And the crowd goes mild. This whole State of the Union feels dead. Yeah, fucking. We are in the like it is. This shit has been the most divisive America ever because of Trump. When you really think about it, are Democrats perfect? No. And I don't even care if you vote for a Democrat, ever, or if you like have never voted. The problem in our country has 1,000% been MAGA, and the fascism of the Republican Party, and the incompetence of the Democratic Party, of like not actually fighting back against it. That's why our country is so shit, because of this guy. Actually, it's from Newt Gingrich. That's where it really started. It started with him. And the style of like attacking, like the outright political opponent attack, that Newt Gingrich started that first. Okay, Barron's not even clapping. He even knows. No claps from Barron. You know what's wild is like, obviously, no, like, here you go. You better not even look. You better not even say hi, Chuck Schumer. You're on thin ice. When Biden walked down the aisle, you had the Republicans and obviously the Democrats are cheering for sure, but like even Biden was saying hi to all the Republicans too, because they were standing there. So you know, there's no reason to really like fucking protest him other than the obviously for legit reasons, for geopolitical decisions. Obviously, I'm talking like internally. He didn't even, if anything, he did nothing to hold MAGA accountable. He didn't actually do lawfare against Trump, which he should have done. He should have done all that. John Fetterman, I swear to God, you even one clap, dude. One clap. I swear to God. He's gotta give him a second so they can all clap for him. Somewhere. Oh, Massey's not clapping. Ooh. The State of the Union already has weird vibes to start. You guys know that now? What's up with the gavel in the case? Is it a special gold gavel signed? Is Al Green holding a fuck I sign? That'd be so based. What is Al Green holding? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Did you just swipe at him? That's... Oh, wow. You couldn't do that on January 6th, though. What's his name? Who's that? What loser? He's from Ohio, right? Yeah, leave fucking Al Green alone. He tried to. Al Green swerved him. Who was that dude?
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Oh. Wow, you already introduced him. Damn it, who is that? It's the... He was scared and hiding in January 6th. That Republican guy that just tried to swipe at Al Green. He was hiding on January 6th. He talks tough on Fox News.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
McMullen, there you go. Mullen. Mark Wayne Mullen, yeah, him. It was Mark Wayne Mullen that swiped at him. No. Go watch your movie.
Second Lady of the United States. members of Congress, and my fellow Americans. Our nation is back.
Is it?
Bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
What's going on with his teeth? What's going on with Trump's teeth right now? I want to see what Al Green's holding. Did someone send me that? What is Al Green holding?
Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Wow. Sold. We're just going to do better and better and better. So sick, dude. Can't wait. Oh, yeah.
When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis.
Biden!
With a stagnant
It's 2026.
economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year,
I saved it.
I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before.
We're a trans country now.
A turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Yep. Everything's fixed. It's all good now. No more problems. All the problems are gone. Oh, Al Green got escorted out. Damn.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today our border is secure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before.
The roaring economy is roaring.
Are scared. Our military and police are stacked, and America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
The police are stacked. America is based again. We fuck the libs. Fuck yeah. The Dow.
After 4 years,
I don't know.
In which
He's not even going to say that.
And millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
Oh, wow. 9/11. 9/11 was bad.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
0. None. Not a soul. Not one. Take that.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
Right. By making it impossible. Exactly. Strong and
the
brave.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
56. Wow. Incredible numbers, sire. Source? Do we get a source?
And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years. Year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred.
My dad.
Before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago.
My daddy.
The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country.
Remember Biden?
But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years.
Core inflation?
And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
Wow. Oh, core inflation. I thought he said car inflation. I'm like, what? Wow. 1.7. Incredible.
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
Yeah, for sure. In Iowa, in Skibbity, Iowa. Yeah, no one's going to go check that shit. You got to go fact check that in Iowa.
4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year.
Wow.
And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem well, at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
It's going to be 2027, and he's going to be crying about Biden still. Told you. Just
and
like
we
I
are
said.
going to keep it that way.
Right, for sure.
The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
And now they're all voided because of your tariffs. And they're voided now. Put your tie inside of your fucking suit.
Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
What a difference a president. I did that for you.
A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
Hottest. Take that, liberals. We were dead. I got commitments.
As thousands of new businesses are forming and factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching.
No,
American
seriously.
oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
After you sent in the Delta Force Marine operators in there and yeeted their president.
American natural gas
We just
production is
secured-
at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
This can't be serious. There's no way people take this, like, actually take this guy serious. You have to, your brain has to be absolutely rotted. Our new partner in Venezuela.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Wow. Wow. That's so good for not people that don't have money. Republican Party is for actual the rich only.
DEI in America.
Wow. DEI eliminated. Gone. Yeah, we don't do that no more.
We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
What?
And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
Strong and brave. Take that, Obama. Said I couldn't become president.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of
the men's hockey team. Told you guys.
Proud.
Told you.
The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on.
Yeah, remember them? Yep. Oh boy. That's America right there. That's fucking America right there. Only that. Yep. Wow. All 8 of them. I told they were gonna do. Oh, there's the other ones. Okay. I was like, wait, did they only bring out 8 of them team? That would have been embarrassing. There's the other ones. Yeah, because this administration is white nationalist, and there's no room for women in white nationalism. Even though I think people were, I haven't watched any of the Olympics, but people said the women's games were much more entertaining to watch. Give them another round of applause. Yeah, some didn't go. I read that in the news that someone couldn't go. It is embarrassing. It's like, he wants to be celebrated by this loser.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
Oh, okay. There you go. PR crisis averted. I hope none of them go. They can't. I mean, none of them should go. I really hope they don't. I watched 10 minutes of the Olympics this year.
And I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
Oh, they declined? Okay, so they won't go. You guys are saying they declined. After the way he's disrespected them already, I can't. Yeah. This has been the longest moment of the State of the Union so far. That's when you know it's bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, the U.S. winning gold medals and our people winning is good,
46 shots on gold, and I asked
to
him,
have this be the
one
most
shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off.
right.
You practiced that, or was that a little lucky?
The neck in my back and my
refused
stick
to
in my
answer that
crack.
question. But I
Right.
just want to
That's how you play hockey.
tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given,
Wow.
and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like
Give them the Medal of
12.
Freedom.
It's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Based. True. There you go. You know who deserves the Medal of Freedom for me? I gotta find it. Hold on.
Great athletes have gotten that, very great, the best, and I thought
gotta
he
find
deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no, and every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
Wow, what a time. Is this because we have nothing else? The hockey team.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
The safest.
And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place. And now
Strange
I got 'em
things.
because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th,
I got
but I
the
didn't
video.
get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
Wow, big news. This guy wins presidential freedom for me.
Okay. I'm fine, man. You breathe anything. I'm just angry. I'm 7 years old. Get angry.
That guy has to win. That guy wins for me.
Celebrate our
And
country
he like disappears
and
into
the
the tear
heroes
gas.
who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Buddy's about to be 100. Which old guy? Which old guy is it? Is that you? Oh, it's the other guy. Didn't even know.
So, buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last
brightly
year
and
when
bigly.
floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one? As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, a young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Wow. Guy was just hanging from the helicopter. Sitting there just like holding the rope and just grabbing him. Like he's what was that movie? Hacksaw Ridge, but in a helicopter.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something.
Wow.
Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
Okay. Oh, the girl he saved is there.
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
Trump did this last year, too, during his State of the Union.
And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down and take care of the service. Military aid, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further.
Where? How?
Where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
It did absolutely nothing for the working class. All that shit is for the rich, and then they convince Republican conservatives to be like, oh yeah, that's for us. It's not. It's for the rich.
All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts.
I'm glad they did. Hell yeah. We like that. Finally.
They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead.
You're absolutely lying.
But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
None of that happened. None of that. Not a single bit of that. I had people I knew were bartenders that are like, I'm voting for him because of my tax on my tips. You're an idiot.
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
You have to claim your you have to claim your tips still. So what the fuck is the point? It's like literally pointless. We did it. I remember on stream when I realized, oh, no tax on tips is literally fucking nothing because you're still claiming your fucking tips on your tax. You have
a devoted mom who's homeschools her
most
children,
people get their tips in cash.
Beautiful, 2 children during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take
Republicans
home more than
did the child tax credit
$5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Wow. So Biden did the child tax credit. So thanks, Biden. And then the other 2 things are
Megan,
fucking
please
nothing.
Stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan.
She's like, I am standing. You don't even know who I am.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan.
Yeah, you understand, Megan.
Parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it.
They're Trump accounts. I didn't name it.
I did not name that.
I didn't name it. I don't know who did. Who would name it Trump account?
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the 3rd row. Nice man, a good man.
My little cock.
Accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone
tax-free investment accounts.
Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
25 million children have Trump accounts already. Yeah, I don't know about all that, buddy. Great, and then they're gonna get sent to Epstein Island. So good job, parents.
You know, I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said,
Epstein.
Well, I just sat on my dorm in school, and I made computers, and I'd sell them to people, and I just kept selling and selling and selling, and pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops, so I congratulate him on that, but I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
Brad's laptop. Thank you, Brad. Everybody give it up for Brad and his laptop. He's really good with computer.
So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing?
Not
over
a lot for
100,000.
college,
Could
to
be
be
much
honest.
more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to TrumpAccounts.gov.
The math has got off, right? I mean, for 18 years, and you got 100K.
It's popular. They knew what was going to.
I don't know about all that.
Going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started.
Something's off there.
And now it's just taken off. One
Only
of the
100K?
primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P at 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs.
What tariffs?
I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that.
Ripping us off.
Everybody knows it. Even
ripping
the
us
Democrats
open.
know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth.
No
the
inflation.
big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Supreme Court W, finally.
But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal
All right.
that they already made.
Yeah.
Right, Scott?
Yeah, Scott.
Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them.
Ooh.
And therefore, they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement.
Most Supreme
So
Court.
despite the disappointing ruling,
He's so mad.
He's powerful.
He's really
country
pissed.
saving. It's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in. Peace protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before.
How?
Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved.
What does that mean?
And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
My Epstein clients. Right, yeah. My billionaires.
Right?
Right?
Moving forward, factories, jobs,
won't need Congress no
investment,
more.
and trillions and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America.
I love
decades
America.
Before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to
Biden.
immigration. Everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond,
Biden.
we reached a breaking point with the Green New Scam, open borders for everyone.
Open trans
They
for
poured in
all.
by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers. 11,000.
Open border for everybody.
88 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
You did it. Why is he inhaling like
Their
that?
statements were a lie. They knew it.
His jaw.
They knew their
Something's up with
statements
his
were a
teeth.
dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward.
Where? Where?
The price of eggs is down 60%.
60.
Madam Secretary, thank you.
60%,
The
chat.
cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is
Beef,
starting
too.
to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while. We're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago.
You said it was supposed to be right away.
When they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting
it's like another tax
one of the
cut.
biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you.
Yeah,
Since
Democrats.
the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why
what does that have to do with Obamacare?
Healthcare plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost.
No, that's not what you're doing. You can give it to me instead. The epic win.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal.
Wow, maximum price transparency.
Sounds so simple, so big.
So massive.
And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people.
Biden.
Go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before.
You're ending it? Okay, how? I am now ending prescription drug inflation.
Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried.
Ew, what just flew out of your
Most
mouth?
didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action, but I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere. The
fuck is he
price.
yelling? When is this? This was supposed to happen when you took office. Like you ran on that.
So in my first year of the second term, should be my third term.
Oh, it should be. But Biden.
Strange things happen. I took prescription drugs.
Because I could
a
be
very
3
big part
terms.
of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more. All available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And
Trump
I didn't
insurance.
name that one either, by the way.
I didn't name Trump RX either. Yeah. What's the other one? The Trump. You got your Trump account, Trump RX. You got your Trump auto insurance coming.
And here tonight is the very
Trump
first
Mobile.
customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Ray.
Sign up for your Trump
For 5 years, she
products.
and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500.
We're listening to a drug
Much more,
ad.
Actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be.
But she signed up on my website for the lowest price. And you got to sign up today. Sign up your family. Let's go, Catherine. Catherine W. She signed up, bought 3. Buy 1, get with the rest of them.
So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now,
You
the
have an
local,
hour.
I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very
QVC
hard
comes
for
up, the
somebody
phone
that
number to
comes
order.
along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway.
Yeah.
They may do it.
Get it done.
Codify it anyway. Thank you.
Fuck Congress.
Many Americans are also concerned
Congress.
Energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory.
Some Trump knows.
So that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind
you can't say no.
Numbers, the amount of
the RPP plan. You can't say no.
So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity.
It's called Just Say Yes.
It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership.
Home ownership.
With us tonight is Rachel
Trump
Wiggins,
housing.
a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection.
20?
Paid all cash and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up into thousands single-family homes.
Not a bad thing. Probably the only good thing that he's done. If that's actually a thing. It probably hasn't done it, though. Because that would actually be something good.
Because homes for
There's no way.
People.
There's no way he's going to cut out his Wall Street friends.
We want homes for
from
people.
buying, because that's actually bad.
Corporations are doing just
They are
fine.
buying up
Resell.
homes.
Thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one.
I don't think she went through 20 offerings. I mean, my dumbass was trying to buy a home once, and I got approved. I didn't go through with it, but my credit's so bad.
We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect
Democrats.
Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah, that's why you guys are going to destroy it. We're going to protect it by getting rid of it.
Since I took
Obamacare.
office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money.
For who?
We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
What? One, what the fuck? And two, $1,000? You wipe your ass. I mean, I'm just being real. 1,000's 1,000, but like, even if that were to happen, like,
they stood up for that. I can't believe it.
Thank you, sire. Thank you so much. $1,000. He probably thinks that sounds like a lot.
Pelosi stand up if
for
she's
us
here?
poors. For the poors, that's a lot of money because it's got 1,000 in it.
The Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Okay. Does that include presidents that launch crypto coins?
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed.
Well, they can run crypto coins
when
now.
It
What
comes
the fuck
to
they need the stock market?
corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
Oh my God. The war on fraud, you guys. Here it is.
He'll get it done. And we're able to find enough of that fraud. We will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly.
Overnight.
What kind of money you're talking about? We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota
Somali pirates?
remind us that there are large parts of the world where corruption and lawlessness
Cut his mic.
are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah. Delilah Coleman was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California.
Open borders politicians.
Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
Jesus. Jesus Christ. Well, way to make that. That's a political prop for sure.
Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
I'm telling them to call on something, to do something that doesn't happen.
And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones.
This is all for white nationalist dog whistling.
Illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life.
This is emotional gaslighting.
Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them.
Don't even worry about it. It's literally just signaling for white nationalists. It's virtue signaling.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you.
Only...
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union
making the snowstorm political
is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe.
Oh, wow.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislature to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support.
Wow, geez.
The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Fox News. This is for Fox News. Wow, look at them. You're not standing, Democrats? Wow, can you believe it? Now stand up if your favorite color is purple. Now sit down. Now put your head down and put your thumb up. Clap if you know somebody in the Epstein files. Clap if you're in the Epstein files. Clap if you went to Epstein Island. Lady, they can all see you clapping. You don't need to look back at them to show you that you're clapping. You can't stand people that do that shit.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed.
Not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Democrats.
That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed. When are they all gonna walk out? Like why even sit there? Just leave.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
How come you didn't save America
illegal
yet?
Aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant.
Uh-oh.
It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID. All voters must show proof of citizenship.
More flying out of his mouth. Why is he standing like that?
And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None. And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%. And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot.
The communist mayor.
Nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card.
Wow.
Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting.
What Facebook admin group told him that one?
Good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated.
Yeah, the Democrats totally agree.
Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Because the midterms are coming, and you can't lose. Do it now. Is this almost over? This is the worst State of the Union ever.
And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
They're going to cheat.
They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated, and their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
Yeah, John. Yeah, John. You got to stop it. No election.
And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused
the attack
Sage
on trans
ran away
people.
from home
Couldn't go without this.
Was found in a horrific situation
out of nowhere.
in Maryland.
Out of nowhere.
A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
She got a full ride to an online school. Oh. Christian University in Virginia.
Thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states.
That's crazy.
Without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately. Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you.
Crazy.
They're crazy.
They're crazy. Yeah, they don't stand for when I say things.
Amazing.
You have the lady over there, and
boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country with people like this. Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh?
Right. We're a year in now. We stopped it.
No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you
Told
believe
you guys. Movie. She's a movie star.
Believe that?
Her movie. Go see it.
Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to
critics say it's 98%.
Succeed in the future. Tonight we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
My wife. %, had gunpoint. He would have sent the Marines into the studio and take out the...
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
Totally. Just a revitalization of Christianity, for sure. There's just Christians everywhere now. Christian for all. You get a full ride at Liberty University.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great guy.
Make it stop. Oh,
so last year, Charlie was violently murdered
Where's her tissue?
by an assassin and martyred. Really martyred for his.
There you go. Candace just got another week of content.
His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
Oh, my God. Make it stop. Please make it stop. Oh, my God. Here she goes. Look up. Yep. Classic. There you go. Why were they clapping on beat for?
Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind. We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see.
Religion is back.
Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina, fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North
Why is it
Carolina.
war-torn,
And
Trump?
by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail, stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal set free to kill in America, came in through open borders.
What?
Mrs. Zarutska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
Her killer was not okay. Oh, great. And then they got her sitting next to Erica Kirk. Incredible. Well, apparently now her killer became an illegal immigrant, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't an immigrant.
How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
Yeah, welcome to Republican world. It's fake and all this.
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis,
Los Angeles,
Tennessee,
and you already
big
said this.
success.
You already did this
New
one.
Orleans, Louisiana, big success.
Big success.
And our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
Talk about, what about Minnesota? What happened? Why stop there? What happened?
In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
100%. Wow. How do they not stand? These fucking Democrats, dude.
They don't like to hear that.
Yeah.
One of the sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well.
Her rank was going to be lifted?
But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was
on
ambushed
patrol
and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country.
Biden.
And all because she wore the uniform of our nation. She was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged, shouldn't have been in our country.
And she shouldn't have been
Sarah
on a fucking
Beckstrom
patrol.
died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Evalie. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like it.
Part of me thinks the Trump administration organized that to make a threat happen.
So sorry. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so sorry, for sure.
She's a great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head.
Jesus.
Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night, and she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone, but his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over.
Come on.
Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying, and after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt
thank you for the 200.
She didn't really understand the gravity of the situation.
What about the Epstein survivors? Exactly.
But she turned out to be right. Right, Melody? She turned out to be right.
Why didn't he announce that he's there? Whoever dressed him is immediately fired too. That's the Andrew, the other
Amazing, actually.
National Guardsman that got shot.
I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much.
Good-looking guy. Good to see you. Whoever dressed him, though, you're fired. Yeah, what the hell?
So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Okay. Now it's, okay. There you go. Can Sarah Beckstrom get a posthumous Purple Heart? Like, why only one of them? Wait, oh, so they are going to give him a Purple Heart. Okay, so does Trump even know what they're doing? No, he has no idea. He didn't even, okay. Wow.
We love you all. Love you.
Yeah, we love you.
We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia.
8 wars.
Isn't it funny? Sick people.
These people are sick.
Cambodia and Thailand. Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said
8 wars.
The Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia. Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia. Armenia and Azerbaijan.
I'm going to Serbia.
The Congo and Rwanda. And of course, the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level.
The war in Gaza. Why'd you say Israel, Iran, but not
Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner
the
for
war in
help.
Gaza?
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared.
There's a war there, and we don't know why, but there's a war. Steve Witkoff, just like in Ukraine, too. It's the same thing. The war in Ukraine. Who started it? There's a war there,
I also want to
and
thank
war
the
is
man
bad.
they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
These people have done fucking nothing for either Gaza or Ukraine or anything. Why are you clapping? They have done nothing for anyone. Yeah, I wouldn't stand either. No, don't even. Yeah. No. You've done fucking nothing.
Like you know, Marco got 100% of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%.
But he lost to me, little Marco.
The Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best.
Doing what? He's literally done fucking nothing. What do you mean? Yeah, put your head down in shame. You know you've done nothing. He knows he's done nothing. That's why he's like that.
Both living and dead has been returned home. Can you believe that?
Put his head down in shame, knowing damn well he hasn't done a fucking thing.
Nobody thought it was possible. Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead. And those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. It was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead, of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug, and they dug, and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And
what?
They finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found
100 bodies
thought that was possible,
for everyone, and then they got it down to 27.
Family of the 28th, they were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job.
Did the Adderall wear off already?
And we're working very hard to end the 9th war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000
Wasn't that already one of the
each and every month? Think of that.
Russia and Ukraine is the new 9th war.
Soldiers are dying.
Brand new.
A month.
Can you believe it?
A war which would have never happened
if I were president.
Would have never happened.
Biden.
As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
My Midnight Hammer. Look at Fetterman.
Good.
Fetterman and that other lady are having a clap off over there.
For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years
Fetterman
ago,
likes
the
it because it was
regime
for
and its
Israel.
murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people.
Millions.
With what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb.
The roadside bomb?
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protests. 32,000 protesters in their own country.
Can you believe it?
They shot them and
yeah, you
hung
shoot
them.
you shoot protesters here too.
We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America.
Wow, so they have them
After
again?
Midnight Hammer.
We got to bomb them again.
To make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular,
Got to bomb them.
nuclear weapons. Yet they continue. They're starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start.
Can you
all
believe
over
it?
again. And are at this moment again
Who
pursuing
would
their
have thought?
sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those.
The weapons of mass destruction are back.
Have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
They can't have it. They just can't have a. They're minutes away from a nuclear weapon again, you guys. Minutes. And the longer we take, we have to bomb Iran, okay?
My preference is to solve this problem through.
We already did it, but we're doing it
But
again.
one thing is certain: I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
Can't let it happen. We already didn't let it happen, and we're not going to let it happen again. And again. And again. Because they're seconds away from a nuclear bomb. Iran.
And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong.
Strong and brave.
Hopefully, we will seldom have to use this great power that we built.
Just
together.
once a year, like Midnight
It's
Hammer.
really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective.
Yep. Because we do peace through strength.
So thanks to Republicans in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces.
You have
Also
no
creating
choice.
a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country.
Okay, so it's not a jobs
The NATO
issue.
countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends and they're our
But
allies.
they don't pay
They
enough.
just agreed at my very strong request to pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO.
Yeah, they weren't
Now
paying.
they're paying 5 as
But
opposed
NATO.
to not paying 2. And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting.
One meeting.
And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full.
They pay us in full?
Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting.
What?
And every service member recently...
Ukraine is paying us in full, and our recruitment is setting records. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That's bad.
And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776.
Wow. You just want to say 17,000. You wanted to, but you can't say that. That would be a super lie. 1,700.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things. A lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute. For one more dollar, we can have $1,776. It's going to... I said, we're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said, $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it, so we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great.
Wow.
And we love our military. We love our law enforcement.
Here's your one-time fuck you, shut up check.
Don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also...
I want to know what the end tax was on that. They didn't get that full 1776. Oh, for the firemen. Yeah. Everybody likes the firemen.
We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Wow.
And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken
or you're
down
going to get murdered by the U.S. military.
You saw that yesterday. In January.
Such a sick joke. You get a drone strike if you try going fishing.
In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very good.
Were they doing that at the same time?
They saw what happened.
Were they doing that, Don?
This is a different fighting force that we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's
fought
a great
to tie.
Force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby.
Space Force.
We did that, and my baby is becoming so important.
W Buzz Lightyear, for sure. No, we gotta stand. Yeah, the Space Force. Yeah. Yep. I better fucking stand for Trump's baby.
Armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice. And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person.
Come on
Enrique,
down.
please come down.
Do it. How long has this gone on now? This is been a long one. Oh, oops. Where is Maduro? Is he like... is he still with us? Is Maduro like alive?
Okay, have a good time. Nice
They got
to
him.
have you
They got
back
Maduro
here.
in like a CIA black site.
There were many heroes on that
He's
January
in
raid
prison in
to
New York.
capture Maduro.
Still in New York.
Really great heroes.
Just in the New York prison.
It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful
I thought he was gonna say something else.
helicopter. It was a
Big,
massive
beautiful
Chinook,
cockpit.
carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one.
Calm down.
Eric steered the
Calm
Chinook
down.
under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major
Put holy
military
water on the dog
installation.
tags. Relax.
Protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good? While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle,
So much blood.
helicopter lands at a steep angle.
Blood everywhere.
Machine guns stood right in front of him. They were right
Blood
in
and
front
guts.
of him, 2 machine gunners who
Violence.
escaped the wrath of the previous planes.
Fire.
Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the
big
enemy and let
cockpit.
his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash.
Wow.
Deep in enemy territory. Only
Enemy
after safely
territory.
landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen.
Cancel.
Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs. Of the bullets, and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening.
Wow.
Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
Come on down. Contestant number 5. Open the door. Let him in. Where are they? Oh, they're over there. We're going to give them a medal.
So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
For a raid on Maduro, and you got whatever. You got American soldiers that got the Medal of Honor for like saving a village in World War II, because the Nazis were gonna like come and take it, so they had to like kill a bunch of Nazis to like save people. I'm not gonna shit on my fellow vets, though. He did what he had to do. He tried to save his buddies, but like the mission.
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House, and Eric will be there. Thank you.
I don't like that shit at all. It's like they're treating it like these are very highly, like, these are the most prestigious awards you can get in America. And he's like handing them out like participation awards, basically.
That's a big one.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator. Navy fighter pilot Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight.
Dogfight of a lifetime.
Blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
So he should have been the only one to get the Medal of Honor in this situation. I don't know. The other guy, maybe a Purple Heart for sure. There's so many other awards, but you see how, like, you give, obviously, for sure, Medal of Honor for this guy, definitely. But, like, see how the other one, it kind of, like, ruins it a little. The raid on Maduro, I'm just, like, not putting up there with World War II veterans for, like, what you can earn a Medal of Honor for. Like, I don't. There's so many awards. You could get him a Silver Star, the other guy that got wounded in that raid.
Thank you, Royce, and thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I didn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But, you know, that's our Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the
just
same
Trump
room
telling
with you.
jokes.
Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you.
That's my dad. That's my king. See, exactly. You give it to someone that I don't feel deserves it, and then you give it to someone that does deserve it, and then, I'll give it to myself too someday.
250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening.
He did ruin it. He ruined the one good moment of this whole thing.
1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a
genocide,
boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West.
Wow.
From empty marshes and wide open plains,
yeah, it
we
was
raised
so empty.
up the world's greatest cities, Together we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies. And we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror.
Oh, and now you become that.
Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel. And then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture.
Wow.
And now we are pioneering the next American breakthroughs that will change the entire world.
Oh, again?
All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy.
Please make us stop.
Unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the
who fucking wrote this part?
Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington,
ChatGPT elations 420.
The golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before.
Wow.
Thank you, God bless you, and God bless
Thank God.
America.
Thank God it's over. Wow. Thank God it's done. Excellent speech, sire. Excellent speech. Masterful. How full is his depends right now? I don't know. It probably a little bit. Probably a little bit full. They have the rebuttal on here, right? You got the Democratic rebuttal. Are they gonna have the? Hold on. Democrats. A night of defiance.
For 48 minutes. Again, the longest in history since we've been keeping track of these speeches.
Yeah, it felt like it.
As reporters start to write the headlines and write articles about this speech, they likely will be writing more about the moments and the visuals than about the actual diplomacy and or policies that were talked about in this speech.
What was there to look at?
Some of the big moments, Team USA Hockey coming in very early in this speech. The president asking everyone for a standing ovation, which they received to their gold medals, but also saluting with the Congressional Medal of Honor pilot Eric Slover, who was the chopper pilot in the Venezuela mission in that operation to take out Nicolas Maduro, who took 4 bullets and still was able to survive.
Look, he tapped Fetterman. He gave Fetterman the attaboy. That's how you know.
In Venezuela at one point.
That's his guy in the Democratic Party.
His daughter, who's an American, a hug, who had been waiting for her uncle, who had been imprisoned in Venezuela just because he had run against Maduro.
You were clapping so good.
Now taking some selfies here as he's walking out. In a short time, we will.
She clapped so good for him.
Response from the Virginia governor as well. The president's talking a little bit about the economy, and remember, he has to set the table on the stage for the midterms. And something interesting happened as he was speaking. Christine Romans, who covers finance and the economy for us, pointed out to us that one of the top Google trend searches were the Trump accounts. Essentially, the new babies that are going to be born in America are going to get these $1,000 accounts funded in part by donations, but also by the federal government. The president hopes this will be sort of a savings account that at some point will grow. He has touted up to six figures. We'll see what actually happens. We won't know until 18 years from now. But the president talking about the economy at times and really
you ain't getting none of that money.
His reasoning for what's happening in Iran,
boy.
saying
Where's the
response? Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they're still negotiating. Obviously, a lot of the American military forces there getting ready to possibly do something in Iran. But he says they just can't get to that one moment, which is to get Iran to agree not to make a nuclear weapon. If they do, there will be a deal, but so far we're not at that point just yet. Kristen Welker, the moderator of Meet the Press, watching the speech with me. Kristen, what else stood out to you?
They're going to have the response on here.
Another big moment was the back and forth. There was a lot of just fighting and shouting at Democrats shouting at the president. He was making them a foil as he had these moments. He was also highlighting a lot of horrific crimes that have happened.
Sign my tie.
Crimes that have happened to people for
he's wearing a Trump face tie. What
undocumented immigrants. And then
what an absolute cock.
And saying, why wouldn't you salute this? Why wouldn't you clap for this? Things like that.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head in a lot of ways, Tom, which is that this was big on those big moments. The reality TV president that we have come to know in President Donald Trump on display in those sweeping emotional moments.
So sweeping.
He did start off talking about his vision for the economy, largely delivering a litany of what he saw as his biggest accomplishments, his tax cuts. For example, one new policy proposal which he put forward saying that the U.S. government would match contributions to people's 401k accounts up to $1,000 per year.
Up to $1,000. That's it.
What we have become used to, some exaggerations from this president, some statements that need more context. For example, he talked about the fact that he believes that elections have been rigged. Of course, there's no example of that. There's no evidence of that. But what was so notable about this speech, the tensions between this president and Democrats. Not only did you have multiple Democrats who just did not show up to this speech, who boycotted it altogether, you had these moments of tension, like when he was talking about cultural issues, his immigration policies, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib jeering at him, for example, when he was talking about his ICE policies, accusing him of killing Americans. Of course, a reference to the 2 American citizens who died at the hands of federal law enforcement officials in Minnesota. So those tensions on display. But for Republicans, this started out in the way that I think they would have hoped, which is on a focus on the economy. The question is, in the weeks moving forward, when he hits the campaign trail, will he stick to that focus?
Hallie, the question to you.
And that's when you find out that Republicans are full of shit and actually aren't supporting of the working class, because there's no, our economy is good for the rich, but not for anyone else. If you have like investments from Trump's tariffs, nobody else is this economy helping.
It wasn't completely filled in the chamber.
I'm waiting for the Democratic Party response. Yeah, we all made it. We all survived.
It seemed designed, candidly, to throw red meat to his base when he had that stand up or sit down moment. But if you're looking for meat on the bone, if you're a voter who wanted to hear about what he's going to do to make your prices lower, to make your bills easier to pay when it comes to housing, et cetera, keep in mind that some of what he proposed when it came to the economy is likely going to need congressional approval. If he doesn't do well, if he doesn't help carry his party over the line in the midterms come November, and again, history, the winds of history are trending against him, that is going to be enormously difficult for him and Republicans to do.
We're going to have more.
They're not going to be able to. They can't.
Christine Romans, Peter Alexander.
They can say the economy's the Dow. That's a perfect example of when Pam Bondi was trying to distract from the Epstein files and was like, but the Dow, okay? Most Americans aren't in the stock market. Like, they just aren't. Or like they're in it very little, to the point where it's not gonna do anything, really. It's not gonna stimulate their economic situation, actually. So we're waiting for you got the weather. Waiting for the Democratic Party response to see what they say. They're having the People's State of the Union over. You said you're so glad that's over. Yeah, it was. I think we predicted almost everything he was going to talk about, right? Watching commercials. Even the Melania movie, he brought that up too. Oh gee, how many of you guys went and saw the Melania movie? Okay, is this gonna hurry up, dude? Oh yeah, Keanu. You watch Keanu Reeves on Paramount Plus? What do you guys think? Rules really not for me, primaries and everything. You can throw out arguments behind the first. What are you guys saying on Twitch? Oh, you guys are already having discussions over there. No? Is it over? Yeah, he's done. I'm waiting for the response though from the Democrats. That's supposed to be next. That's supposed to be coming up. Yeah, Trump does suck. A lot of Biden. Biden did it. We're in 2026 now. He's been president for a year, but this is his second term now. So he's probably going to continue to blame Biden well into like next year for anything. Yep. Governor Abigail Spanberger has given the Democratic Party response to Trump. If it begins, it says it's on this Democratic response. I don't know if it's going to be on NBC as well. It should. I guess we'll find out. Usually it's like right after. You mean the entire term? Yeah, probably. It's going to be like the whole thing. Also, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're going to have live coverage for you this week. We got 11 a.m. tomorrow at the Whipple building. You have open mic and protest. I'll also be live on Status Coup News. So I'll have my stream going to that platform as well. Okay.
Democratic response to President Trump's address is Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, 46 years old, elected this past November, becoming the Commonwealth's first female governor. Spanberger served 3 terms in the House of Representatives and is a former CIA officer. With me at the table here is Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan. Margaret, what do we expect?
Well, Abigail Spanberger, as a congresswoman and now as governor, has been very much a moderate, campaigning strongly on
as Democrats are, most of them.
Affordability, and in this special election, we're in this period of time, this off-year election where she came to office, very much a focus here. You see her taking the podium.
Good evening and welcome
Famously
to
difficult
historic
job.
Williamsburg.
Let's listen in.
We are gathered here in the chambers of the House of Burgesses. In 1705, the people of the Virginia colony gathered here to take on the extraordinary task of governing themselves. Before there was a Declaration of Independence, a Constitution, or a Bill of Rights, there were people in this room. The people who served here ultimately dreamed of what a new nation, unlike anything the world had ever seen, could be. The United States was founded on the idea that ordinary people could reject the unacceptable excesses of poor leadership, band together to demand better of their government, and create a nation that would be an example for the world. And this year, as we celebrate 250 years since America declared our independence from tyranny, I can think of no better place to speak to you as we reflect on the current state of our union. Tonight, as we watched our nation's lawmakers gather for a joint session of Congress, we did not hear the truth from our president. So let's speak plainly and honestly, and let me ask you, the American people watching at home, 3 questions. Is the president working to make life more affordable for you and your family?
No.
Is the president working to keep Americans safe both at home and abroad?
No.
Is the president working for you? As I campaigned for governor last year, I traveled to every corner of Virginia, and I heard the same pressing concern everywhere. Costs are too high in housing, healthcare, energy, and childcare. And I know these same conversations are being had all across this country.
Did I miss the third one?
Because since this president took office last year, his reckless trade policies have forced American families to pay more than $1,700 each in tariff costs. Small businesses have suffered, farmers have suffered, some losing entire markets. Everyday Americans are paying the price. And even though the Supreme Court struck these tariffs down 4 days ago, the damage to us, the American people, has already been done. Meanwhile, the president is planning for new tariffs, another massive tax hike on you and your family. And Republicans in Congress, they remain unwilling to assert their constitutional authority to stop him. They're making your life harder. They're making your life more expensive. They're even making it more difficult to see a doctor.
True.
Rural health clinics in Virginia and across the country are already closing their doors thanks to the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, championed by the president and Republicans in Congress. And tonight, the president celebrated this law, the one threatening rural hospitals, stripping health care from millions of Americans and driving up costs in energy and housing, all while cutting food programs for hungry kids. But here in Virginia, I am working with our state legislature to lower costs and make the Commonwealth more affordable. And it's not just me. Democrats across the country are laser focused on affordability in our nation's capital and in state capitals and communities across America. In the most innovative and exceptional nation in the history of the world, Americans deserve to know that their leaders are focused on addressing the problems that keep them up at night. Problems that dictate where you live, whether you can afford to start a business or whether you have to skip a prescription in order to buy groceries. So I'll ask again, is the president working to make life more affordable for you and your family? We all know the answer is no. I grew up in a house of service. My mother was a nurse and my father was a career law enforcement officer. I began my career by following in my father's footsteps as a federal agent, working money laundering and narcotics cases. I worked side by side with local and state police to keep our community safe and to uphold and enforce the law. Law enforcement officers across the country know that it is a unique responsibility to do the serious work of investigating crimes, comforting victims, and making arrests.
Not covering them up.
It's about building trust. And that requires an abiding sense of duty and commitment to community.
Yeah, you don't have that no more.
And yet,
not in Minnesota,
our president has sent poorly trained federal agents into our cities.
There you go. Okay.
Where they have arrested and detained American citizens and people who aspire to be Americans.
Okay, there you
And
go,
they have done
Abby.
it without a warrant.
Exactly.
They have ripped nursing mothers away from their babies. They have sent children, a little boy in a blue bunny hat, children to far-off detention centers, and they have killed American citizens in our streets. And they have done it all with their faces masked from accountability. Every minute spent sowing fear is a minute not spent investigating murders, crimes against children, or the criminals defrauding seniors of their life savings. Our president told us tonight that we are safer because these agents arrest mothers and detain children. Think about that. Our broken immigration system is something to be fixed, not an excuse for unaccountable agents to terrorize our communities. After working in law enforcement, I continued my career of service as a CIA officer, working undercover to protect the United States and our allies from global threats, terrorism, nuclear weapons, and the aggression of adversarial nations around the globe. But as the president spoke of his perceived successes tonight, he continues to cede economic power and technological strength to Russia, bow down to China, bow down to a Russian dictator, and make plans for war with Iran. Here's the truth. Over the last year, through DOJ, mass firings, and the appointment of deeply unserious people to our nation's most serious positions, our president has endangered the long and storied history of the United States of America being a force for good. So I'll ask again, is the president working to keep Americans safe, both at home and abroad?
No.
We all know the answer is no. In his speech tonight, the president did what he always does. He
lied,
lied, he scapegoated, and he distracted. And he offered no real solutions to our nation's pressing challenges, so many of which he is actively making worse. He tries to divide us. He tries to enrage us, to pit us against one another, neighbor against neighbor. And sometimes he succeeds. And so you have to ask, who benefits from his rhetoric, his policies, his actions, the short list of laws he's pushed through this Republican Congress? Somebody must be benefiting. He's enriching himself, his family, his friends. The scale of the corruption is unprecedented. There's the cover-up of the Epstein files, the crypto scams,
the crypto
cozying
for sure.
up to foreign princes for airplanes and billionaires for ballrooms, putting his name and face on buildings all over our nation's capital. This is not what our founders envisioned, not by a long shot. So I'll ask again, is the president working for you? We all know the answer is no. But here's the special thing about America. On our 250th anniversary, we know better than any nation what is possible when ordinary citizens, like those who once dreamed right here in this room, reject the unacceptable and demand more of their government. We see it in the determination of students organizing school walkouts all across the country, whose voices are becoming so powerful that the governor of Texas seeks to silence them.
Got him.
We see it in the bravery of Americans in Minnesota standing up for their communities,
Go,
from
Minnesota.
peacefully protesting in sub-zero temperatures to carpooling children to school so that their immigrant parents are not ripped away from them in the parking lot.
True.
As a mother of 3 school-aged daughters, I am inspired by their bravery, but I am sickened that it is necessary. And Americans across the country are taking action. They are going to the ballot box to reject this chaos. With their votes, they are writing a new story, a more hopeful story. In November, I won my election by 15 points.
She dominated.
And we won 13 new seats in our state legislature.
Wait till the midterms, MAGA.
Because voters decided they wanted something different.
Oh, yeah.
Our campaign earned votes from Democrats, Republicans, independents, and everyone in between. Because they knew as citizens they could demand more, that they could vote for what they believe matters, and that they didn't need to be constrained by a party or political affiliation. This is happening across the country. New Jersey elected Mikey Sherrill as governor in a double-digit victory. Democrats flipped state legislative seats in places like Georgia, Iowa, Mississippi, and Texas. The list goes on and on. Ordinary Americans are stepping up to run in the spirit of our forefathers. They are running to demand more and to do more for their neighbors and communities. I know the story well. I first ran for office in 2018 alongside dozens of other Democrats who did the seemingly impossible, flipping 41 seats in Congress.
Can they hold
In
them?
my case, I was the first Democrat elected in 50 years, swinging our district 17 points. Those who are stepping up now to run will win in November because Americans, you at home, know you can demand more, and that we are working to lower costs. We are working to keep our communities and our country safe, and we are working for you. In his farewell address, George Washington warned us about the possibility of, quote, cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men rising to power. But he also encouraged us, all Americans, to unite in a common cause, to move this nation forward. That is our charge once more, and that is what we are seeing across the country. It is deeply American and patriotic to do so, and it is how we ensure that the state of our union remains strong, not just this year, but for the next 250 years as well, because we, the people, have the power to make change, the power to stand up for what is right, the power to demand more of our nation. May God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia, and may God bless the United States of America.
Abigail Spanberger,
pretty good response.
75th governor of Virginia, delivering the Democratic response.
Pretty good response. Strong, factual. I mean, everything she said was. I was even like, okay, but what about the ICE? And then she was like, and then ICE agents, fuck them. So everything was good. And then what a difference in contrast between a rebuttal from the Democratic Party and Abigail Spanberger and the Republican Party from when Biden was president. They had, what's her name? Katie Britt in the fucking kitchen. Oh, hold on. This was... They put her ass in the kitchen and it was like, talk about how women should be where you're at. It was so like at 1 million views because it's like just so crazy. Or is it? No, why is this? No, show the... Yeah, I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but it was like so weird. And then she's like, you see how I'm in a kitchen? This is where we should be. And it was like arguing that women should not have like a future and stuff. It was crazy. She's basically, I don't know. It was like Handmaid's Tale. Like she's definitely like promoting Gilead promoter. It was crazy. You guys remember that one? So what a contrast, right? An absolute contrast between what the Republican Party would put up in rebuttal to Biden, and then you got Abigail Spanberger and her response to Donald Trump. All right, so yeah, for me, I mean, yeah, Democrats, they got momentum. They got momentum. They got tons of political capital right now, and I'm hoping they don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. You can't. I mean, you're gonna win by default right now because we only really have two major parties to choose from. You have other ones, but they don't have any power or funding. So by default, so if you gotta hold it though, you gotta hodl. Once you get your power, you gotta do things to keep people to vote for you, and not become like a Chuck Schumer. I don't even know. Is it just that bad? Is the Republican challenger to Chuck Schumer and others like him that bad to where it's like, boy, it's got to be Chuck. Like, is it really that? It's like in Minnesota then too, where like the Minnesota Republicans are so absolutely dog shit. It's like they're just so bad. It's like you don't even want to consider them. It's got to be, because there's no fucking way, because they'll just sit there and not do anything. So hopefully, hopefully all that works out. Midterms are coming up. That State of the Union was buns. If you missed it, you didn't miss anything. He ranted about the same 4 things he does every speech he makes. The border, my tariffs, trans people, and he gave out a bunch of awards tonight because it's just he really has no political nothing to try to do propaganda either right now. He tried though. I mean, he called Democrats sick. He was mad because Democrats weren't standing, whatever. But beyond that, I mean, kind of a dead performance. I bet you you have the other State of the Union happening, the People's Union or whatever. I think people are still watching that. I don't know, 100,000 watching Burnt Peanut. But yep, all right, y'all. We're gonna go over. We're YouTube featured. Let's go. YouTube featured stream. Okay, we're gonna be on my gaming channel now. Come on, check it out. Mercado Gaming. We just passed 11K subscribers. My Red Dead 2. We're continuing on. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for the past week. That's what I've been doing. I don't know what you guys have been doing. Look at that last stream we did. I don't know what you guys have been doing. We've been playing Red Dead for the past week. We're going to have live coverage tomorrow. There's a whole week of events planned. There's stuff tomorrow. There's stuff Thursday. There's stuff Friday. There's stuff Saturday. Okay. So I'll be out there live on Mercado on my main channel here, on obviously the Facebook page and the Twitch. So I'll be live on Mercado Media, and I'll also likely for a lot of these protests, we got to check with Jordan every time, see if they want some, but like they want some stream too. So I'm going to be live on Status Coup. I'll be holding it down. Just me. That would be one of my things I think would be so funny. And I think it could happen. Like it very well could happen is if Jordan decides to ever send one of his reporters here. Because I mean, John does it solo. Great. I obviously can do it solo. It's tough though. It really is nice to have like an additional reporter. Like I'm watching how JT does. It would be sick to be like filming and like JT is like doing interviews. I think that would be like full circle. So that's going on. But for now, it's just going to be me solo. I'll just be doing what I do. Say they like it. Obviously, I've been with near Status Coup for 2 months now. So they like what I do. So I'm not going to change much. I might have to do a few more interviews because I know Status Coup likes the interviews. But that's no problem. We'll talk to people or ask them to. So yeah, so Mercado Media streams are back tomorrow morning, and also Thursday and this weekend, and there's stuff planned around ICE protests because ICE is still in Minnesota. They're not completely out yet. And then, yeah, that's what we got going on. All right, chat. So pay attention to that. Gaming channel stuff. My gaming channel, come check me out. Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. But if not, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay? Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Central. Probably out there at the Whipple building around 10 or wherever. It's like I got to figure out where it's at. It's like not at the Whipple building. It's like in the parking lot. There's like an open mic thing going on. I don't know. We'll be there. I'll cover it, whatever happens. And then there's a march and protest plan for Thursday. We'll go over it tomorrow. We'll do like a safety meeting and go over it. Because I haven't been live on this channel now for like a week. I just needed a break. It's a lot. I mean, you just watched Orange Man, the president, and see how it's dog shit around here. So need a break. Okay, guys, have a good night. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Come check out the gaming. Everybody else, see you tomorrow. Peace.